This is Concepts Chapter 10, Part 2, starting on page 466 with communication lines. So, a dedicated line is a line that is always on, and some examples of that would be cable and DSL for sure. And then we have, and DSL is digital subscriber line. It's made of copper phone wires. Cable, of course, is just like your cable television. So if you have Comcast, that would be a way that you would be able to have a communication line. ISDN stands for Integrated Services Digital Network, and this is also a copper phone line or wire. HTTP stands for File to the Premises, and this is another high-speed communication line. T-carrier is a long-distance digital phone line. It can be very expensive, so usually only businesses have that. And ATM, not to be associated with your bank ATM. This stands for asynchronous transfer mode, and this is probably going to become more and more popular, and it is broadband and a very high speed. It's kind of cost prohibitive now, but in the future it might not be so. This just gives you some speeds of different digital lines and what you can expect, and you can see that the ATM has the highest speed. So a communications device is any type of hardware capable of transmitting data, instructions, and information between a sending device and a receiving device. So a broadband modem sends and receives data and information to and from a digital line. So we have your cable modem, which we kind of already discussed, that could be provided by your local cable company, and then your DSL or digital subscriber line that can be either through satellite or a phone line. Wireless modems can be used, and it uses a mobile phone provider's network to connect to the internet wirelessly from a computer or a mobile device. This is just an example of a wireless modem. This is a wireless access point, and you probably have something like this at your very home. And it's a central communication device that allows computers and devices to transfer data wirelessly. This is a router right here. You see the router. It connects multiple computers to transmit data. So you see here in the picture that you have the router that is connected to the DSL or cable modem, and the router then is, this one in particular one, is wired to the CPU, central processing unit, the big black tower here, and wireless communications to a laptop, a printer, and a tablet. So some routers provide additional functionality like wireless router, broadband wireless router, and a mobile broadband wireless router. And here's just a picture with a hotspot depicted. So in the black tower, the central processing unit, often there is a network card that enables the computer to communicate through a network. More terms, a hub or a switch, so like this. You see it has many input capabilities. So it provides a central point for cables in a network. This just depicts what maybe you have at your own home, your home network, where the closer you are to the access point, the better reception you will have. So transmission media carries one or more communications signals. This just depicts how it would go through the step of sending it from one device to some transmission media, and then step 2, it travels over whatever medium it has to travel over. In this case, it looks like it's a T1 line that it travels over and communicates with a satellite. And then step 3, the request travels over a T3 line along the internet backbone. So just the ways that it can get from the receiver, from the sender to the receiver in the end. So this is about physical transmission media. Twisted pair cable. These are 2 copper wires that are twisted together. The coaxial cable is a single copper wire with 3 layers. Number 1, insulation. Number 2, braided metal. And number 3, plastic outer coating. And 4 are the fiber optic cables. There are dozens to hundreds of thin strands that are no bigger than your hair, one hair from your head, and they are either glass or plastic with a protective coating. These are ways that wireless transmission media happens through broadcast radio or cellular radio. And then these microwaves are called fixed wireless media. And a microwave station is earth-based, and it's a reflective dish that contains an antenna and a transceiver, and it uses a line of sight to transmit data. So there has to be an opening in order for this to transmit data. So a lot of the locations are in wide open spaces like the desert, lakes, on mountains, very tall, maybe skyscraper buildings. Then we have the communication satellite. It's a space station that receives microwave signals from Earth base station and amplifies it, and it broadcasts the signal over a wide area to any number of Earth-based stations. Then you have your GPS, your global positioning system, which I'm sure most of you are very familiar with that. The satellite that transmits a person's physical location. And that concludes Chapter 10 of the concepts.